Well, Darren, I called the regular line, and apparently now I'm just being transferred to you. Uh,
That's always been the case. When you're Premier Services, you get an assigned account manager, and whenever you call in any of the departments, they'll get you over to your account manager.
okay, well, I was told last night because I've been on. Uh, I kind of think I'm onto something here, Darren. Uh, you have an SEO department that you've never told me about, and last night on
Right.
the general line, they said we'll transfer you over to the SEO, and they'll answer all your questions. We have a SEO department that is for questions just like that, but they're gone now. But call back tomorrow, and so I'm calling for the SEO department. Can you transfer me there?
Um, what is it that you're looking for? Because the SEO department is not. They're there to basically sell you SEO services. Is
Okay,
that
well,
what you're looking for, or do you have
yeah, yeah. Why
questions
don't
about
yeah?
search engine results?
I have a question about SEO. Can you just transfer me
Okay.
there?
Unfortunately, that's not what they're going to be there for. They're basically there for SEO sales.
Well, no, I said I had a question about SEO.
I understand.
So
What
can
is
you?
your question?
Well, I want to know why some of my domains could be searchable, better searchable. So isn't that what SEO is all about? Why aren't you
Mm,
transferring me there?
because we're actually designed to help you first. And like I said, the SEO department, they're there to sell you SEO services. They're not there to answer questions about search engine results, like why your domains may or may not be showing up for certain searches and things like that. And I'll be honest with you, just to kind of protect you, Sean. I just don't know that paying for the type of SEO services that we would have. I mean, you're probably talking for the domains that you have, the GTLDs. You're probably talking spending thousands of dollars to get your domains to be searchable and end up in the search engine rankings and whatnot. So I don't want to put you in a position where you're going to spend more money than what you're going to be recouping from those websites.
Okay,
So
well let me.
that's why I haven't actually talked to you about some of those
Right.
things.
Okay. Hey, Darren, I want to say
Yeah.
this is a very monumental day today.
Okay.
Last evening, it was an incredible event. So, uh, if you don't want to look at it, that's fine. I understand. But it's such a big event that I think it's worth looking at because you won't go to the Google box, but I'll do it for you. For the first time, hotels.viajes, for the very first time, if you don't put a period around it or between hotels.viajes, for the very first time last night in 2 years, you could Google it. Now, for the very first time, you can type in the word hotels space viajes and my website pops up. For the
That's
very
great.
first time.
That's great. That's good. That's good news.
Now,
Right?
Darren, I have called two entities regarding what I believe is domain hijacking. And I believe domain hijacking is going on here. So,
Nope, Sean. I'm going to stop you right there. We're not going to get into this domain hijacking conversation again for the third day in a row
uh huh. Why? Why don't you want to get into it? And why are you
because
the one blocking me on this?
because we're not going to discuss this.
Why?
Sean, we've gone over this time and time again. We've looked at the exact same things. When you're talking about Google search engine results, nothing here proves domain hijacking.
What do you mean nothing? You haven't looked at anything. You choose not to look. You
I believe the
choose.
last two phone calls I spent 2 days ago, Sean, you and I spent an hour and 40 minutes on the phone and you showed me numerous things on Google with the searches that you're finding with codes in the hyperlink or the links there are on other people's websites saying that proves domain hijacking. It doesn't prove any domain hijacking.
I need to speak to somebody in SEO so I can have a more definitive answer.
I'm not going to get you over to somebody at the SEO in the SEO department to discuss the exact same thing.
Well, I would like to know how my website, hotels.viajes, was now reachable after I've been making complaints.
That has nothing to do with it. You complaining has nothing to do with your site showing up in the search engine rankings or not.
Okay. Deron, I think you're in on this.
Okay, Sean, we're not going to go into accusations. If we're going to do that, we're going to end the phone call right now.
I need you to transfer me to the SEO services.
I'm not going to transfer you to anybody at this point because these questions we've gone over time and time again. It's the same answers. I see that you called in last night and you get the same answer. I spoke with my technician yesterday. We got the same answer. Your sites are fine.
I would like to. I'd like to speak to your technician.
It's not going to happen.
Deron,
Sean,
you're suspicious to me. You are very blocking me. You're not compassionate.
If you're going to put accusations on me that I'm in on this somehow, we're not going to continue the conversation.
I'm just trying to figure out why you are the least helpful of anyone I ever call at GoDaddy.
I'm trying to move you forward away from these things that you think are going on. So you can actually work on your websites, work on things that matter, work on things that will impact you.
Oh, last night you were saying, hey, last night you told me that you hire your websites being built out. You hire that out. No, I don't. I build them myself. And now today you're telling me or suggesting I build them. But last night you mentioned I didn't build them, or yesterday.
No, what I told you was at one time, it was over a year ago, I don't remember exactly when, but you had told me that you hired developers to develop a website for you.
Oh, well, that's true. But last night it was... Okay, fine.
Well,
last night you said...
You never hired anybody.
I said I build my own websites, and I didn't...
You do now, yes.
I didn't hire... Hey, listen. I built all of my websites. What I meant to say is I had somebody build a server so it wouldn't get hacked, and they got right in. So
okay.
That's the only thing I've done. So
okay. So I wasn't wrong in saying that.
Hey, listen, it's not about that. It's about the theft and domain hijacking. So I believe
it's not happening, Sean.
What do you mean it's not happening? Why? If I am alleging a crime and you're saying I'm not going to let you talk to anybody?
Here's the thing, Sean.
What?
I've requested this before.
What?
I'm going to request it again, and then we're going to finish this phone call.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have you send me documentation and proof in an email. Not a video that you have on YouTube that's 2 hours long of things that we've already looked at, but proof that you can actually show me hard evidence that your domains have been stolen and or have been hijacked. And then we'll take a look at it. Okay?
Hey, Deron, Boston.fish, where is it? It doesn't show. Now, hotels.viajes is today pulling up. Why? Why in the last 24 hours it's finally pulling when I have been complaining for 2 years?
I don't know, but your complaints have nothing to do with that.
Oh, I think they do. I think I'm on to the fact that
Okay, Sean, let's not continue this conversation. I just told you what we can do, how we can help you. Okay?
All right, well then I want to buy some, I want to inquire about purchasing some SEO. Can you transfer me?
Sean, at this point, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Because I'm not going to do that. So once you have that information, send it over to me, and I can investigate those things, okay? I can take a look at those things, but I need you to send that information to me in an email.
You're deflecting. I've sent you information before, and I have a lot of information I can send you now.
You
But
sent me links. You sent me links to YouTube videos. I don't have 2 hours to watch YouTube videos of the same things that we go over for an hour and 40 minutes on phone calls, of you searching Google and finding links that somehow have an impact on your website when they're links for other people's websites.
hey, I'm showing you my websites too. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm showing you I'm not the only victim here. And that's the
Okay.
reason I'm showing you those.
Sean, we're not going to continue this conversation, okay? So let's end now, okay? And what I'll ask you to do is send me hard evidence. Like, it has to be, like, there's no question about it. No, I suspect or I think. It has to be hard evidence proving somebody has stolen your domains or hijacked your website. Hard evidence. Okay?
Are you going to go into Google?
Right now? No, I'm not.
If you don't do it now, you're probably not going to do it later.
Again, if you can show me hard evidence and not just what you suspect or what you think is happening, okay? I need you to say, here is a definitive bit of information showing this, this, and this. And this is why this is happening. Not, I believe this is happening because I saw this.
I'm going to...
Okay, once you have that information, send it over to me and we'll take a look. Okay?
No, it's not okay. Nothing is okay right now.
All right, well, that's what we're going to leave this phone call with right now, okay? I got about $3,000 more to go, and then 1,000 more for good. So, if you want to spend some time working on that, go ahead and we'll get off the phone now so you can start working on that, Sean, and then send it over to me. But again, it has to be hard evidence. Nothing that's just you suspect or you think this might be X, Y, and Z. Okay?
Hey, Deron.
Yes, Sean.
I'm fascinated that hotels.vi is searchable. How is that?
Okay. Again, Sean, that's not something we're going to get into. So we'll finish the phone call now, and I need you to send me information that's hard evidence proving, not just an accusation or a thought, but an actual bit of proof showing hijack.
Well, the proof is in the video. So...
Okay, I don't have 2 hours to watch a video where, again, you're just going onto Google and showing what you're searching for, and you're seeing things come up, and you think that one thing is related to another. That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't give you hard evidence or facts saying this is evidence showing that this has been hijacked. That's just, you believe that something is hijacked because this is what you see.
Can you answer this question for me? Why do some of my URLs, domains, GTLDs, why do some pop up when I Google it and most do not? Why is that?
Why do some come up?
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, I've been telling you.
In the search engine results, because that's how the internet works. I can put up 20 websites, Sean, and not all 20 websites are necessarily going to come up in the Google search, in the Google box.
Let's try it. You got 20? Let's try it.
Nope, not going to do that.
Why? I want to see. I want to try it.
For one, I don't have 20 different websites that I've designed.
Well, you said you could put up 20, and so.
I said I could potentially put up 20 websites.
Okay.
Right? If I wanted to develop 20 websites, I could do that.
Right. Okay.
And they're not all going to show up. Especially on GTLDs. GTLDs are not a prevalent domain.
Hey, these GTLDs are working. The future of the internet is here, and they're working just fine. Except for the ones that are.
I believe GTLDs are valuable, and I do believe that they are something that works because that's why they were created. However, GTLDs are not the primary domain that people use for building sites.
Well, of course not. They're new to the scene. You know that.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Where's?
All right. So we're gonna like I said before, let's end this phone call now.
No,
and you look for that hard evidence and you send it over to me, okay? It's the last day of the month, Sean, and honestly, if I can spend some time on this.
I don't want you to spend any time. I didn't want to get transferred to you. I wanted to be transferred to your SEO department.
Well, that's
I'm asking you not to spend any time on this.
I understand that, but I'm your account manager, and that's not going to change. And I'm the one that's working on this with you. So, again, when you have evidence, send it to me, and I'll take a look at it. Other than that, we can't move forward.
Hey, Deron.
Yes, Sean.
I'm done working with you. You are not going to like me over the weekend. You will fucking hate me for the rest of your life. I think you're in on this. I've recorded.
How about you stop with the threat?
No. No, I think you're in on this.
Okay, in the last 3 days, you've accused me of hacking your website.
Because you're not helping me. No, I haven't accused you of hacking. Have I accused you? I've recorded, and this call's being recorded. So.
You said that you believe that I'm in on it with these hackers.
And I totally think you are possibly in on this.
You're threatening me, saying that you're going to do something over the weekend that's going to make me hate you.
You're never going to work with me again. I am turning this into your legal department. I think that there are a lot of, I think that the domains at Uniregistry and GoDaddy are hijacked. Not all of them, but mine, the ones that I've had. And I have suspicion to think that a lot of these that are being hijacked are at Uniregistry and GoDaddy. So, niece.viajes, GoDaddy domain, not mine. Niece.guide is a GoDaddy domain. It's not mine, but it's hijacked. I could go down the list. And you do not care. You are trying to tell me they're not when I think they are. And I believe that there are thousands of victims that have parked domains that are hijacked. And they're hijacking parked domains. And they're not hijacking the website, they're redirecting the website. So there's a difference in the hack. The websites are either an XML RPC redirect or a relay in the favicon, or they are completely hijacking the parked domain. And I have proven exactly how they're doing it. And you don't want to hear it. And that's what's going on here. And I'm going to tell you right now, the fact that you don't want to hear it and you don't want to transfer me to somebody means that I am suspicious of you. And you have done nothing to help me over 2 years of me complaining. You go, oh, I don't know how they're getting into the PH or that HTTP the FTP access in the server, how they were getting in. You wouldn't even address it. You would just say, let's delete it, and then the next day they're in again with FTP access. That was back in the day when I was first dealing with these guys, and I couldn't understand why you wouldn't help me. And then I can think back multiple times when you don't care about the things I'm discovering. You just want me to keep building websites, and I'm telling you they're getting hacked. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to show you. I have a bomb bomb. What do they call that? Bomb breaking news. What is that called? Bomb evident. What, I forget what it's called. Uh, Explosive evidence showing Expedia has hacked hotels.viajes, and I was able to determine that not by a Chrome or a Firefox browser, but by a Tor browser. And you don't even want to see that. And that I haven't put online yet. But that is an incredible event. Watching the Tor browser sniff out Expedia's hack on your GoCentral site. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And the fact that you don't want to help me on this, I have red flags popping up everywhere with you.
Sean, again, never said I don't want to help you. I said you need to allow me to help you. You showing me things that you think
Bombshell
and you suspect doesn't help us. Okay? Everything that we've looked at that you say that you suspect is hijacking has proven to not be hijacking. So, if you can show me something that is hard evidence that proves that you're being hijacked, then we can look at it, okay? Until then, there's nothing we can do.
I have questions about SEO that I don't think you're qualified to answer. Can you transfer me, please?
I cannot.
And your reason why?
Sean, any questions that you have, you can ask of me.
And you haven't given me you're not qualified to answer the question.
You don't know that.
Why
You're
is
accusing me of not being qualified for it.
Why is Boston.fish when it was last week Googleable and it's not now? It was last week. Now it's not.
Well, nobody here can answer that question for
How do you
you.
know? Transfer me to SEO. Transfer me to SEO. How do you know?
You'd have to contact Google for that.
And you and I both know no one is able to contact Google. So why don't you transfer me to SEO, somebody who is a professional at this?
Sean, I'm not transferring you to the SEO department to ask these same questions. It's just not going to happen. Okay, Sean, 23 minutes have gone by. We've gotten nowhere. I'm going to end this.
All you had to do is transfer me. It would have taken 1 minute. You're the reason we wasted 23 minutes. You are the reason.
Send me the information I've asked for, and then we'll move forward, okay?
I'll send you the complaint that I'm sending the FTC and the FBI and Homeland Security, and you will be part of it. I'm not accusing you. I think that you might be covering up something here. So that I am going to put in my complaint. I get nowhere with you, and you refuse to look at the evidence that I have discovered. You refuse to look at it, and I think that is a problem. And I am very, very concerned that, hey, look, Frank Schilling, or whatever his name, Frank, whatever, I have talked to him. He told me, hey, Sean, yeah, you registered 795 domain, or didn't register. You pointed your name.com domains. I had 795 of them. I pointed the name servers there for him to allow them to be shown, the URL to be shown. And you know what his answer was? Well, you never clicked that button. There was no button to click to have the URL shown online. I pointed the name servers to him for them to show. And his rep, who I forget, I have it written down, is the one that showed me that they were going to show. They showed for a week, and then they stopped producing, and I couldn't realize it. And then I found in my search that an old link that was still out there for Napa.viajes. Look up Napa.viajes. And then you could see that was at Uniregistry. It's at Afternic now. But there are a lot of people involved in this. Stealing. And they're stealing traffic. They're hijacking park domains. And you know what? There are multiple victims. A lot of them are a lot of the domains that I have found to be hijacked are parked at GoDaddy. And so the fact that you care not about that, you refuse to pass this information along, is concerning to me. Why? Why do you not pass that along? Because I allege there are multiple domains at GoDaddy hijacked that are parked.
And Sean, we've looked at every one of those domains that you've brought to us, and none of them have shown any evidence of being hijacked.
Oh, you have no idea. You are just saying what you're just talking. You're just talking. You are just talking.
All right, are we done? I've asked for that information. Send it over to me when you have it, and I'll take a look, okay?
I'm not going to send you information because it's wasting my time with you. I've been wasting my time with you for 2 years. I even told you in the beginning, I get more help from the general line. I think it was Amy a month ago, Deron doesn't help me. You've offered me more help on this call than Deron has for 6 months. And you don't. It's awful calling you. And I have spent, let's say, a half an hour and 2 hours the day, 2 or 3 days ago, and no help. Zero. All you do is fight with me. When I am definitely pointing out evidence of domain hijacking, you throw it under the rug.
Sean, you're pointing out suspicion. That's all you're doing.
Okay. It's not worth talking. You're not gonna do anything even if you find it. I found it on its face. The fact that hotels.viajes today is Googling is astronomical. I've been trying to get that thing to Google and for 2 years.
It's great that your domain is now searchable and found on Google. That's not a bad thing. You're acting as though that's a bad thing right now. That is a good thing that your domain can be found on Google.
And you're just
Unless you
talking.
don't want it to be found.
Okay.
If you don't want it to be found, that's a different case. But obviously, you want it to be found. It can be found now. That's a good thing.
You're deflecting. Isn't it ironic that I've been complaining for the last 3 days?
No, there is no correlation about you and I speaking for 3 hours over the last 3 days, and your domain can now be searched on Google. That has nothing to do with it. That's not how Google or search engines work.
We're not talking about search engines and Google. We're talking about
yes, we are.
Domain hijacking.
Sean, all right. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep going around in circles. So we've got to end this phone call. Okay?
Okay. All right. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't ever want to talk to you again. Okay?
Well, I'm your account manager, so if you have any questions or need any help, you're going to reach me.
Yeah. Fine.
So, let's move past this. Let's just keep working on your account. Keep working on websites. Ignore what you see, what you think is hijacking, because it's not. And we'll just keep moving forward, okay?
Okay, wait a second. That almost sounded like our president. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. I love it. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. I think, Deron, in the end, I won't be surprised if you're in on this. I won't. You have a good day.
Okay, you too.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Ignore what you see. Ignore what you see. Oh my God.
Okay, so I'm on Google.
And type in Africa.viajes in the Google box. Viajes.
Okay.
Now, there you see the URL, and that's the way it's supposed to look, right there. Now, a lot of my domains don't even have this URL, but Africa.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you see where it says this website is parked free, courtesy of GoDaddy.com?
Yeah, that means it's parked free. It's on a GoDaddy parked page.
Right.
Okay.
So now, I want you to erase that period and put a space there in that search box, and just hit search.
Okay.
And oh, that's this one. I know this one does it. I think this one does it. You're gonna kill me if I. Okay. I think that was the one that was working right. I've been doing this for so many hours. One second, Darren. I got so much going on here. Just type in Vivo Viajes instead of Africa. I think Africa is one that they didn't mess with. I've got 60 of them here. And
Vivo Viajes?
Vivo.Viajes.
Were we searching for this?
Yes, in the Google box. In the Google box. Do not put it in the URL. And this one clearly shows.
Clearly shows what?
So you put it in the Vivo.Viajes. Now it should have a link because I have it. I have the names. I have those forwarded to hotels.Viajes, but I just only want you to Google it.
That domain is parked.
Right, but you put it in the URL. I don't want it in the URL. I want it in the Google box.
I am searching on Google.
Okay, and so try it one more. Refresh your Google search box, and then just.
Well, there's no way to refresh that. I mean, I'm searching it, and I don't know what you want me to look for.
The very first link is not Vivo.Viajes.
Well, the very first link could be different for me than it is for you. You have to remember that Google searches are shaped towards users. So when you're actually in there, the more that you use Google, it does shape that towards your usage.
Okay.
So
this isn't. I agree with you. However, this isn't that. Are you in the all
Vivo VIVO, right?
.viajes.
Yep, I'm looking it up. It doesn't even come up on page 1 for me.
Right. What comes up on page 1? At the very top.
There's Expedia links.
Right. There you go.
A bunch of other links.
There you go. Stop. The very first.
What?
Darren, the very first link. Expedia.es/Vivo. And then there's this period. D6361275. .viajes. That is a link that is domain hijacking Vivo.Viajes. Now,
where? I don't understand how you're coming to that conclusion.
Well, let's do another one. We're gonna go Halesco.Viajes.
What is it?
Halesco, JALISCO.
Okay.
Now, this is Halesco.Viajes, and that very first link says Halesco.D11143, and there it says GUIA-DE. So just click on that for a second. I want to show you something. Click on that Velos El Jalisco, and it goes right to Expedia. Okay?
Right.
So
Right.
now go up, please, in that URL and just copy Jalisco.D1143. Just copy that right there.
D114.
No, Jalisco.D1143. Jalisco.D1143. And then when you copy that, hit your back bar and go back and type that, what you just copied, and put it in the Google box.
Okay.
Now you see the multiple. There's 3 links right here.
Okay.
I allege that these are other GTLDs that have been hijacked. Now, we have...
Sean, no, but, I mean, what we're looking at are .ie, which is for Ireland, and these are Expedia, Expedia.ie, Expedia.co.in, Expedia.com, Orbitz.com, Orbitz.com, Hotwire.com, CheapTickets.com, Expedia.ca, which is for Canada. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. We're not... You gotta follow me here. It's extremely out of the ordinary. This is why they're getting rid of it, or getting away with it. These, I allege, are hijacked GTLDs. And
nope, those are not. Those are Expedia and then country code. Those are CCTLDs, country code specific TLDs. They're not GTLDs, they're CCTLDs. So they're specific for countries, just like .US is for United States, .de is for Germany.
I know that. We're not talking about that right. I'm sorry. That's not the part of the URL I'm talking about.
So what part are you talking about?
The Jalisco.11143, and then the next.
No, that 11 whatever it is, that series of numbers is not a domain or GTLD.
No, it's not. It is a encrypted, somewhat of an encrypted takeover.
It is something that's part of a script or code that's used for bringing up these particular travel websites. My guess is it has something to do with the way that it could be region-based. It could be, because I'm looking at this and it looks like that D11143, I mean, it's basically for the Jalisco, so it's probably region-based or destination-based. Okay,
.se is, I think, no, ES is Spain. I don't know where .de is Germany. Okay, .fr is France. Jalisco is a state in Mexico. It's where Puerto Vallarta is. Okay? It is not geographic. It is a code that they're using to combine the GTLD they're hijacking.
Hold on, Sean, where are we going with all this though? Because it's not making any sense where you're trying to end up with all this.
Darren, I'm being hacked. And so I believe that Expedia and Kayak are domain hijacking. You cannot search my domains. You can't search any of them. They're not searchable.
Sean, these domains that you're giving me examples for, they're parked pages. Parked pages are not going to be indexed. It's not going to be something that, Google's not going to set a priority for parked pages.
Okay, then let's do one that isn't parked. Wedding.viajes. 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 Wedding singular.viajes. Now,
Okay, it's the very first one that comes up.
but that's not how people search. That's not what I'm referring to. So go down to the third one, where you see Expedia.es, which is Spain, and there's the G, and then /, and then you have wedding, and then you have that number 178.
Series of numbers.
And
yeah,
then
again, it's probably going to be.
What's after it? What's after it?
A series of numbers, D178751. It just tells me that it's probably region-based, so they can actually keep track of all this.
Okay, what's after the 51? Viajes.
Yeah, Viajes y Vacaciones.
Right.
And then there's one that has Gaia de Vacaciones. There's another one. I mean, it's different. It's not all the same one. So Viajes, but Viajes has nothing to do with it. I mean, that's just what's being searched. That's a term that's being searched.
All right. Okay. So, I just want you to hang with me for a second. So, down at the bottom, you see Viajes y Wedding Berlin Expedia.com and that GUIA. Now, this guy, wedding.guia, that word GUIA -DE, just click on this for a second. Click on that Wedding Berlin and then go up, and you see that GTLD is encrypted there. It says .destination. However, let's go back and then just do in this Google search box wedding.guide, because
do you see what comes up when you click on that? It's literally pulling up a search for airfare, looks like, from an origin to a destination of Berlin. So again, Sean, this doesn't prove anything. This doesn't prove that you're being hacked. It's just that's how they've actually designed their site. It's just a way to be able to track these pages and for them to actually design these pages.
Okay, so I want you to do one more thing for me, please. Just hang with me. I'm practicing here because I'm not getting through to you. And so I'm just going to try to get through to you one more time. So that, if you go back to where we Googled wedding.viajes, and just go up into the URL, please. We're going to do two things. Go up into the URL and type in, if it goes through, I don't know if I renewed my website. Yeah, okay. Type in wedding.viajes in the URL. I forgot. I need to delete that. Okay. That's my website. All right? Okay. So now now go back to the Google search results and go down and see, actually you can see it right in the top, second one down. Below my first link, which is in the Google searches, you see wedding and then those numbers, which is the same number in wedding.viajes. Now you see that .guia-de, and one would think that DE is German, but if you remove the A and the hyphen, that word is spelled guide. So now go up into the...
Now, Sean, you're really, really looking for things that aren't there.
Hey, Deron?
You're looking for things that really aren't there. I wish we could actually help you out with this more, but this really isn't anything that is showing anything. You're finding anomalies in how these codes are being built. I mean, you're asking me to now remove two letters and it spells guide and whatnot. That's not how this works. It's not something that is, that they're hijacking your account. First of all, we're looking at searches and coming up with literally 29.7 million searches for wedding.viajes.
Deron, you need to transfer me to somebody else.
I'm not going to do that, Sean.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right up front that your landing pages are getting hacked, but you're not the only one. There are multiple ones. I'm asking you to do one more thing. Would you please do one more thing for me? Just one instead of fight. We would have had it done by now. If you would just type in wedding.guide. Wedding.guide. Now, wedding.guide is the short version of that URL that I said remove the A and the hyphen. Now, wedding.guide is the first one after the ad.
First of all, is this your domain?
No, it's not. There are multiple people getting hacked.
But here's what I'm saying, though, Sean, is if this is not your domain, you don't know what this person has been doing for their business. Maybe they're actually doing this on purpose. They might be working with these other companies and actually getting this information and using this to their advantage. We don't know that.
All right.
But you're looking at it in terms of a negative spin and saying that it's just you being hacked, and we've gone over this for months now.
Right.
I mean, this has been going on all year.
Okay.
And we've proven to you time and time
No, you
again
haven't proven anything. That is not true. That is not true. I am getting hacked. So type in hot.viajes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this because I couldn't find it this morning. Hot.viajes in the Google box. I don't know if I'm going to find it this morning. It's buried. So, one second. Wasn't the best one to use because it's coming down. Here's one. Nice, which is nice.viajes.
Is that the domain you own?
Yes.
Okay.
And go to page 3 because that's the earliest it pops up.
Okay.
Now, I own Nice.viajes, and the second one down, second link down, there you have Nice plus those numbers .viajes. Now, the one below it is Nice plus those same numbers .guide, GUI, then A, then whatever. But if you go up and type in Nice, because I just have a park domain at nice.viajes, but some of my domains don't have the links. They're buried. You can't find them. Like, but I'm going to type in nice.guide.
Now, nice.guide. And again, is that a domain you own?
No, it's not. Nice.guide is a GTLD. And it is a landing page. It's a landing page that I think is at GoDaddy. Now, this landing page is not GoDaddy's landing page, but the domain is hosted at GoDaddy.
Okay.
So this guy right here, and he's listed his domains. He has the same issue I have. And
how do you know? Have you talked to him?
No, I'm seeing his thing show up on the same type of hack in the header as mine.
But again, what I'm saying is that you're assuming that he's having issues with this.
You know what? I'm assuming that it's going on exactly the same.
Okay, but we don't. But again, we don't know if he is actually working with these companies, and that is something that is legitimate script or code or links or whatever that he's purposely using.
Let's move on. Okay, great.
So I'm not going to discuss that any further.
All right, fine. beer.viajes. Please type that in. Beer.viajes.
Okay, and what are we looking at with this one?
We're going to find that beer, the number, and then .viajes.
The beer and the number .viajes. Ooh.
The same thing, the same type of URL that I'm trying to look for it right here. It was first one this morning. Refresh my screen. But beer, there is beer.guide, and I think if I go up and just copy that beer in the number, that number beer dot and then D6, and I think it might pop up my website if I search for that beer in the number. And
but again, Sean, this doesn't prove anything about any hacking or anything like that. And to be honest with you, if you feel that this is happening with these other companies, you need to reach out to these companies and not to GoDaddy.
Okay, Deron, I think I need to get my A records reset.
To what?
I don't, or the IP or whatever. They have stolen the search of all my domains, all of them.
Searches have nothing to do with your IP addresses or A records being reset or whatnot. And again, that would be something you'd speak with Google about, not GoDaddy.
Okay, didn't we change? Or how about the name servers?
What about the name servers?
We changed the name servers. Okay, I own jewelry.finance. It's parked at Afterneck. And just put that in the URL. Jewelry.finance. Alright?
Okay.
So
it comes up with the for sale page.
Right. Okay, now I'll just put jewelry.finance in the Google box. And do that search. And in theory, I should have a link right there that tells you.
No, not necessarily. You're first of all, you're picking out two probably of the top searched keywords on Google: jewelry and finance.
We're not doing a keyword search.
Hold on. Just because you have jewelry.finance and you have that pointed to an Afterneck for sale page doesn't mean that you're going to be the top ranking domain name on Google.
We're not Googling keywords. We're Googling a URL. So
it doesn't matter. It's still looking at that and breaking it apart as the keywords, what's in there. And I guarantee these pages that are actually coming up above you, they're probably paying a lot of money to actually have their sites actually come up above yours.
All right.
Because you're not paying anything to really have these placed on the search engines.
Okay, so
that's not what you want to do.
Right. Let's do bikini.clothing.
Is it the same thing?
I just.
That you're going to show me? I mean, again, none of this proves anything about hacking or anything like that. I'm just trying to tell you and help you, Sean.
Right.
This has nothing to do with hacking.
Okay. Well, bikini.clothing.
Okay, what about that? What is it that you're going to want me to search for that? Because if it's the same thing, we don't need to continue because it's going to be the same answer.
Deron, bikini.clothing.
Okay, and what is it that you want me to look for?
The link right there at the top. Right there underneath the pictures.
Okay.
That's my domain.
Okay.
And so click on it. It goes right to Afterneck. Now, jewelry.clothing didn't. Or jewelry.finance didn't. So do pike.fish. fish, like what you catch, eat, fish, pike that fish. All right,
Okay.
it's there, right there's the link, and it goes right to Afternic.
Okay. Again, this proves nothing about hacking. It has nothing to do with it. It doesn't prove anything.
All right, let's go back to jewelry.finance.
Here's the simple resolution to this phone call. You have domains that you want to sell, and you have them pointed over to Afternic. Okay? Afternic is not something that, like, we don't push those domains and whatnot out to Google to be ranked so they can be sold. They're on the Afternic platform because Afternic is a reseller platform, as well as GoDaddy's Aftermarket, etc., Cedo, and all of those other platforms. They're reseller platforms. People going to actually find those names for sale are ones that are either looking on those platforms for a domain name for sale, or they're actually typing in the domain name, going directly to it, or they're going to someplace like GoDaddy or another registrar and typing in the domain in the search to try to register the domain name, and that's how you would hopefully find a buyer for those domains. So take Google out of the equation altogether.
Why would you do that?
Because you can't put Google into this equation for, like, auction domains are not designed to be something that are ultimately, they have no SEO on them. There's no search engine optimization on those. So it's not something that you can definitively look at and say, oh, okay, this one's going to rank above this one because it's for sale or not for sale. It has no bearing on any of this whatsoever.
Deron. So, love.viajes is my domain, and it is one of them that's actually working right. If you put it in the URL, it redirects right to hotels.viajes. That's what it's supposed to do. All of them are supposed to do that except for cars and cruise.viajes. The rest of them are turned into landing pages, which they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to all be forwarded to hotels.viajes. But when you put love.viajes in the...
Well, here's the thing then, okay? What you're saying right now, here's what we can do. Let's focus on your account instead of on all these things you're finding on Google, because I'm just not going to search for any of that stuff anymore, okay? Let's focus on the domains in your account, and let's go over what you would like to change on your account. Are there domains that you want to forward that are not forwarding?
Yes. There are things, there are several. So...
Okay. So do you have a list of those domains so I can actually help you with forwarding those domains? Or did you want to do that on your own?
I can do it on my own, but for some reason the damn thing's being changed. So I don't know why they're not all going through. Where I'm asking them all to be forwarded except for 3 or 4 of them, and they end up not. They end up looking like these old landing pages, and I know that you gave me a newer landing page.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying, though, is that if you can let me know which domains for some reason are not forwarding or not working properly, let me know what those domains are so I can look at those specific domains and see if maybe there's something on our back end that's not allowing them to forward properly.
Okay.
That's where I'm going with this, is that it's more likely that there's something maybe stuck on our back end not allowing it to forward properly versus you being hacked.
Okay. Well, I've only made $3 or $4 with all these domains at Afternic in 5 or 6 months. There's something going on. They're redirecting the traffic.
So, again, I'm not going to get into the hacking portion of this conversation, okay?
Right. So,
so again, if you have domains that you've identified, you can send me a list of any domains that you feel are not forwarding properly after you've set up forwarding. I will gladly look at those for you and see why they're not forwarding. And then if you have others that you wish to point to Afternic but aren't currently pointing or resolving to Afternic, let me know what those are, and I can point those, or I can make sure that those are resolving properly. Again, you're looking more towards an outside entity or source hacking you versus it possibly being something where it's just not resolving properly, which is 9 times out of 10, actually 99.9% of the time, that's what's happening. Then we can look at that and resolve that issue for you.
Okay. Let me look at one more. Let's go to in the Google box.
If this has to do with the hacking, again, Sean, I'm not going to discuss that any further. I'm sorry.
Darren. I showed you pretty clear that the wedding dot viajes and clearly was being the search. I'm gonna do one more, and that's it.
Again, Sean, if this is going to point on anything to do with hacking, again, I'm not going to look at that. You know, I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm just saying that it's not worth your time or my time when we could spend this time working on other things in your account. And like I said, we can fix, you know, if something's not forwarding properly, let's fix that. If something's not pointing to the right name servers, let's fix that. That's a more useful, you know, point of our time working on something like that than looking at these searches and trying to find little things in the codes and the links that you're finding online.
Okay, so Darren, I have a question about my website, vegas.baby. Now,
Okay.
the headers of my websites, all of them, have been completely changed. So, what kind of malware service do I have with? Is there a security service or a malware? You know, what kind of service is there for somebody to go in and take a look at it?
What do you mean that they've been changed?
The entire header. So let's go to vegas.baby.
I know we looked at this once before as well.
Can you look at it again? They're all like this. They're all like this. So
they're all like this. So what we're saying is if they're all like this and you're using the same program to build all of your websites, which is a website builder, it's possible that something with our code actually changed on our side, right? Because they've all changed and they're all using website builder?
all right. They're all using website builder. There's only one. Hey, Darren. There's only one that isn't hacked. And I hate even mentioning it over the phone. But I'm going to tell you. So, cruise.viajes, as far as I know, is not hacked. So, this one wasn't hacked because I didn't have an API on it. Now, the Expedia booking engine. So, if you go to...
Before we go any further, are these sites functioning working properly? Or do they display properly? Do they look right? Are all the widgets that you have put on there, are they all working properly when you click on the links?
The answer would be no. When you use
okay, what's not working properly?
Darren, the APIs are clearly working with Firefox and Chrome, but when you use a very secure browser like the Chrome or the Tor browser,
the what browser?
Tor.
Tor?
Okay, Darren. So, Tor or the Epic. These are encrypted browsers that have built-in VPNs. And I have a video. You're going to see it, and you're going to go, holy shit. Now...
Well, but Sean, you have to remember that most of these sites and these things that you're using, they're not designed for... I mean, I've never even heard of that browser before, to be honest with you. So it's not, they may not even be looking for that. I guarantee. I mean, I get phone calls from other clients that I work with. They say that GoDaddy's site doesn't work properly, but then I find that they're using a very obscure browser or going through some sort of a VPN service that goes out of the country and then back in and whatever, because they do that for whatever security purposes in their business that they're doing. But ultimately, it's that connection with whatever they're using that is actually causing the issue. So we have to look at what's the mainstream, what's working within what is a common browser that they would be building these for, and go off of that.
Hey, Darren. Darren.
Hold on. You're saying that these APIs aren't working. So if the API is not working with a particular browser, again, that wouldn't be GoDaddy. You'd reach out to whatever company provided you that API, and you'd let them know that it's not working with the browser, and they can help you with it.
Right. That's not really what I wanted to talk about. You asked the question, what's not working? All right. So I mentioned the browser. I have a video showing exactly what's going on with those browsers. So, well, let's move on. I again asked you to pull up cruise.viajes.
I've done that.
All right. Right click on and inspect the element, please. And go to the header. And so you have to take that little arrow at the header at the top and just point it down.
I don't see anything that says header.
It just says head. It says head. It's the very top.
Yep, I don't have that.
Okay, so did you right click on the face?
I did.
Okay. And then what are you looking at? At the very top.
Yep.
What does it say?
Okay, the very top of the code, okay, where it's head, head.
Right. It says head and
Okay.
and right underneath it says body.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the head, click on that little arrow. And so it points down. It points down.
Okay.
Now, the very first line is meta char set UTF-8, and the next line is X-UA compatible, and then you see the title page, cruise.viajes, cruise packages, etc. You see all that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's open up another window, please. And we're going to pull up vegas.baby. And you're going to right click on vegas.baby. I'm telling you, the only one that is not hacked is the one we just looked at. So now Vegas Baby, you're going to right click on that and then hit that header. And now you see all these relay links. These relay links are favicons that have redirects built into them. And then if you go all the way down to where you see title right about 4 inches down, 5, 6, you'll see title Vegas Baby, casinos, Las Vegas. That's the beginning of the website. Or actually, 3 lines up.
Do me a favor, Sean. Take the very first link that's in there. img1.ws.
Yep.
Copy that and then put it into a browser. It's your image.
Of course. Exactly.
Of course. So that's nothing. This is not a hack.
No. Those images are .svgs, which those they changed them from PNGs to .svgs. And I ran a website, it's called Website Checker, and there's a big red line that says your header has .svgs in them. And a .svg is a live photo that is pinging to another website. And that whole, you're right. They're all photos. They're all favicons. And this is a favicon hack. And going back.
That favicon is not doing anything. You go to it in your search engine. Go to it in the browser. It just brings up the image. It doesn't do anything.
Yep. It's a encrypted SVG file. So.
Well, I don't see anything about SVG anywhere in this title. It's a .png that I'm looking at. All the ones I pulled up are .pngs, not .svgs.
What is the relay for? Apple Touch.
Relay?
It says Apple. What's an Apple Touch icon?
Of what?
Apple Touch icon. You're not.
Apple Touch icon.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Going back to Vegas.baby. And
so again, it doesn't show anything about you being hacked. It's not pointing towards anything being hacked. So I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, the sites are working okay. You told me that the APIs aren't working properly. What I could say about that is you'd want to reach out to wherever you got the APIs, let them know, and see if there's any fix that they have for that.
Deron, I don't have any APIs on Vegas.baby. I took them down. So.
Okay.
But here, just one more time, Deron. You don't care. But just hear me out for a second. Does this header look like cruise.viajes?
The code itself?
The header. Compare the two.
What do you mean? Visually? You're talking about the code, the scripts? What are you talking about?
Pull them apart. Pull the two windows apart, please, and look at the headers.
Okay, let's see. So, for one, your Vegas.baby, let me look at this real quick and see what plans you have them on as well. So, Vegas.baby's on the free trial plan, which was the VNext International, what was the other one we looked at?
Cruise.viajes.
Okay, which is, alright, so they're different plans. It's possible that the platform that you're actually using or the server that you're on is causing that.
Hey, Deron.
They're entirely different plans that you're using.
Deron.
Yes.
This is not about planning. This is about a hack in the header.
I'm talking about the accounts that you're using to build these.
All right, Deron.
There are different platforms behind them on the GoDaddy side.
All right, open up another window, please.
Sean, I'm not going to. We're not going to continue with this.
Right. I think you're in on this. I'm going to tell you right now, I think you're in on it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hacking your website.
No. I think.
No, you're accusing me of things.
I said I think. You're not helping.
Okay. But
You
that's
want
an accusation, Sean.
right? You can count on.
And I don't appreciate that. Like I said, I'm here as your account manager.
You're not helping, no. You're not helping me.
Again, Sean, these things that you're bringing up as potential hacks. They're not hacks.
You're not telling me why this is...
We spent 50 minutes on this phone call talking about these things, and none of these things have proven that you are hacked.
Okay, I will prove to you that...
No, we're not. We're not going to continue with this. I'm sorry.
Hey, Darren, I'm going to tell you something, dude. I'm reporting this to Homeland Security, the Federal Trade Commission, FBI, and the Michigan State Police, and I don't think you're cooperating. I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't think you are, and you're just like Frank Schilling. Frank Schilling is the CEO of Uniregistry, and that guy had 750 of my domains, and he never... They were all in the URL of Expedia. They were all listed there, encrypted. I caught him. Now, I talked to him, and he said, well, Sean, I didn't know you wanted me to put a link on. That's why I pointed my name servers to you, Frank. And I caught him stealing. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't think you are open.
Spoke with Frank Schilling, and he said that.
Yes. Yes, I fucking talked to him, and I have a witness that talked to him, and he denied. I caught him lying. Now, I have Frank Schilling. I'm going to tell you right now, I know what's going on here. Now, Frank Schilling's in on this. He is in on this because his domains that are registered over there through other people are also on the Expedia URL, and I have a list of those. Now, I'm asking you to do one more thing, and I want you to do one more thing. Please go to the Google box, in the Google search box, not the URL, and type in Vegas.baby. Now,
what are we looking for, Sean?
My website, and it shows right there. The URL is right there. Okay, we're going to click on that. Actually, don't click on that yet. Go up and put a forward slash in Vegas.baby in the Google box. Vegas.baby / casinos, plural, casinos. Now, casinos is a page in my website. Now, this Vegas.baby / casino is an actual URL. You will pull up my website. But you won't.
That's what's supposed to happen.
But it's not. It's not. What's pulling up is VegasBaby.casino. And VegasBaby.casino has taken over this page in my website, Vegas.baby / casinos.
So where are you getting at? Is that supposed to be your link? Where are you getting that information?
All right, then go back to my site. Go back to my site, please. Go back to my site, and go to the URL where in the homepage there, and then where the hamburger button or whatever, the drop down, or you can type it in the URL. Click on casinos. And there is my URL, VegasBaby / casinos. That URL has been overtaken by all those redirect links, these redirect links in the header that are in those favicons.
And where are you seeing that again? You went to Google and you searched for what now?
Vegas.baby / casinos. And it goes to that UK online casino company. And so my domain,
Sean?
What?
That link is VegasBaby.casino. That's why it's going to that UK version. So it's, again, not yours.
Vegas baby, Vegas dot baby.
VegasBaby.casino.
Right. But that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go to Vegas.baby/casinos.
Sean, you're talking about Google searches.
Yep, I am. I'll tell you what. Why don't we go to GoDaddy? Let's type in GoDaddy in the Google box there. GoDaddy.com
Sean,
/domains.
this is not getting us anywhere. You're bringing up things that are not relevant to this. Your Vegas.baby/casino is not taken over by anything. It goes directly to where it's supposed to go.
Where's it going?
To your page.
You're obviously not in the Google box.
You're right, because I'm not going to go to Google and click on VegasBaby.casino and get to your page. That's just not how it works.
Darren, you're not doing what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you.
You told me to do that search and then look
Darren,
at the first thing that comes up. Which the first thing that comes up is VegasBaby.casino, which is a UK site.
right, and that's what.
That's exactly what you asked me to do.
And that's where it's going. So that don't.
You're right, because VegasBaby.casino is not the same as Vegas.baby/casino. Those are two entirely different things.
Of course, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, but that is how the internet works.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, Sean. The internet works in a sense where you have VegasBaby.casino going to where it's being hosted and what site is there.
Hey, you're not doing it right.
Vegas.baby/casino goes somewhere entirely different.
Where's it go?
To your website.
Not in the Google box.
Again, Google has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. It's doing it right in front of your face.
When you search for Vegas.casino/baby, the first search that comes up is VegasBaby.casino.
I didn't ask you to do that. I said.
I didn't do that. Google did that.
I'm asking you to.
Search for that. You asked me to search for that, and that's what comes up. You verified that that's what you want me to click on and say that that's going somewhere else. And it is going somewhere else because it's not your domain.
Hey, Darren.
It's not your website.
Darren! It is Vegas.baby/casinos.
Okay. Same thing. VegasBaby.casino.
That's where it's going. That page has been hijacked by all of that script in the header.
Son, I want you to look at this again. Look at where the dot is. The dot is very important. It's just like in money, right?
Oh my
God. The
God.
dot is very important.
Dude, I know.
It's as important in domains as it is in money.
Right. So what are you putting in? I'll put the same thing you're putting in.
Vegas.baby/casinos. The very first link that comes up is VegasBaby.
Right. That's the site. That is the site that has taken over my domain.
So you're saying that has taken over your website?
Yes.
Well, I don't see that because it's going to VegasBaby.casino/lobby/VegasBaby. So it's a completely different website.
That's the one that the search goes to.
Right, because that's what's coming up in the search. Your search results gave you that as the first link. You choose to click on that link, it's going to bring you to that. It's not going to bring you to your website because what you typed in there is Vegas.baby/casinos, which you own.
Darren, I know that. I'm trying to tell you that. My websites are deep sixed. You can't search them. You can't search them because they're.
So again, that's something that you'd bring up with Google, not with GoDaddy.
That is because the header is hacked back at those favicons.
All right, Sean, we've been on the phone for an hour. Are we going anywhere else? Do you need any forwards updated? Do you need any name servers updated?
I want you to do one other thing. Right-click on GoDaddy's website. Go hit the @ sign. Don't lose the Vegas baby my website. Go to GoDaddy. Go to GoDaddy.
What am I looking for, Sean?
You're going to right-click on it and inspect the element.
I'm not going to inspect GoDaddy's website.
Now, I just want you to go to the header and tell me why you don't have all those redirects on your header when I do.
Well, Sean, our site is custom built by a team of developers versus you using a plug-and-play website builder. That's a completely different site.
Dude, you're in on this. I'm done. I'm done with you. I want a new person to work with.
Sean, your account's not going to be assigned to somebody else.
That's fine.
Everything I'm
That's fine. Darren,
there's nothing that I'm doing. You can't accuse me of being in on these hackers hacking your
you have never given me help. You always fight with me. I'm sharing with you.
I'm offering to help you. Sean,
Then go to the GoDaddy website and tell me why you don't have all those redirects, relay links.
I just told you the answer to that question.
Just like yeah.
So again, I'm going to offer my help. You're saying I'm not offering to help you, but I'm offering to help you. You've identified on this call something very important that I can help you with, which is you have domains that you believe are not forwarding when you set up forwarding.
Mm-hmm.
You also said that maybe some of the name servers are not set properly. You send me that information, I can help you with that.
Okay.
With all of this other information, that's not something that I can really dive into. And we're not going to spend time diving into that anymore.
I know you're not. You choose not to. You choose to ignore.
Right. So let's go ahead, because we've spent all our time this year, 95% of our time looking at these things and not being able to prove anything.
I've proven you to multiple times.
Sean, we're moving on, okay?
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Allow
Darren.
Allow me to help you by giving me opportunity to help you by doing the things that we can do. For example, we did help you a little bit not too long ago by pointing your domains to the Afternic landing pages.
And
that was a great success.
No. They're not all doing that.
Okay, then that's what you need to tell me. Say, Darren, there's a couple of domains I identified are not actually resolving to the Afternic landing page. Can you take a look at that? You send me those domains and I can look at that for you. That's fair, right? Just because domains are not landing or resolving to a landing page that we pointed to does not instantly mean that you've been hacked.
It means the traffic has been rediverted.
Again, you're going back to hacking. So let's look at what's going on and why they're not actually resolving there. So would you be able to send me a list of those and specify which ones you think are not resolving to the Afternic landing pages and which ones you want to forward and where those domains are supposed to forward? And I can certainly go into your account and help you with that. Can you get that list? That's my question. My ask of you is, can you get that list?
Sure. You know what? Sure. But there's 1,800 of them, and I don't know which ones are not working. But I do know the .viajes have been changed, and I didn't change them.
Again, I'm not going to get into that right now, Sean.
Yeah, I know you're not. What's the landing page supposed to look like? Just like the Afternic? What is it?
Yeah, it says afternic.com. This domain is for sale. I mean, you have a couple of domains that are resolving there right now. We came across one while we were on this phone call.
Right.
You had me go to one of them. I don't remember which one it was, though.
All right. I'm on a page that says my GoDaddy. I'm trying to type in Africa.viajes, and it says the page is not secure. So there's no, and it looks like a GoDaddy page, but it's not a GoDaddy page because I know they're redirecting. So take a photo of that.
Go to 10, the number's 10.guide. That's one of the domains that you own, and it's pointing to the Afternic page that it's supposed to resolve to. That's what it's supposed to look like.
I know it. I know.
Well, you asked me for an example. That's what I'm showing you.
So Africa.viajes. Type that in because it's going to a page that's not secure, and it says it's a GoDaddy page, but it's not secure.
It's a GoDaddy park page. Yeah, not secure up on the top left because park pages don't have an SSL on them.
Okay.
Again, that does not mean you are hacked. That means this page does not have an SSL on it. That's all it means.
But it was supposed to be going right to hotels.viajes. So.
Okay, so that's perfect. So we can look at that one. Africa.viajes. Let's look. Doesn't look like you have forwarding on it.
Right.
So
it was taken off.
That's one that we would have. Okay, do you want forwarding on that domain or no?
Yeah, I know how to do this. I know how to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's that simple, though.
Deron?
Yeah.
I have uncovered domain hijacking. And all of my domains are hijacked.
Alright, so I will, then I guess we're going back to the hijacking.
Alright.
I'll leave you with that. If there's anything else I can do to help you with forwarding or updating name servers, let me know.
Are
you there?
Yeah, I just, so, the word hotel.flights.
Is this anything to do with hacking?
No, I just want to know, you can put hotel, which by the way, I want you to use 2 L's in hotel. It's a foreign word. Hotel.flights. It goes right to my website, hotels.viajes.
Okay.
So, but when you go back to the Google box and you type in...
Again, Sean, nope, we're not going to go there.
Why?
Because you're talking about search results.
No, we're not. I'm talking about... if you type in red.style...
Yep. Again, search results. You're talking about search results. So you're talking about search engine optimization. That is completely different.
No, it's not. This is not about... We're Googling a URL. When you Google a URL...
I understand. But that still has to do with how the search engine... Google is a search engine. When you type in a series of characters, whether it be words separated by dots or commas or spaces, it is searching those words and those terms and coming up with the results based on their algorithm.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, I know. Would you type in red.style for me, please?
Son, I don't need to. We're going back in circles to the same thing that you were talking about before. It's like bikini.clothing and the other domains that you had me bring up. It's the exact same thing.
So
we're talking about search results, and that's not something that I can help you with.
Right.
If you want me to help you with updating forwarding or updating name servers with your domains, let me know. Send me a list. I'd be more than happy to help you with that.
Okay. I'd like for you to get rid of all those relays in the header of hotel.beer.
That's not something that I can do.
Why? They're not there because you guys put them there. If it's not there part of the package, that's the problem here.
Sean, again, if you want me to help you with forwarding any of your domains or updating name servers for your domains in your domain manager, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out with that.
Then Darren, tell me how to get rid of it, and who do I talk to get rid of that?
I don't know. That's something that you'll have to look up.
Darren? I'm 51 years old.
And I'm 42.
And my gut, I trust my gut, and I don't trust you. I'm telling you right now, I do not trust you. I don't care how long you've been in the domain. No, how long? Hey, I have $400,000+ in this.
How long have you been in the clothing industry?
And I know when somebody's pulling the wool over my eyes, dude.
How long have you been in the domain industry? How long have you been in the clothing industry?
Yeah, 31 years.
Okay, that's a long time.
Right.
Right?
And I don't know.
Right?
How long have I been with GoDaddy? Why don't you look?
And I've been working with the internet and technology for, let's see, a combined, 12 and a half years here, plus another probably 8 years prior to this, so close to 20 years.
All right. Why don't you look and see when I opened up my account at GoDaddy? Because I might have you beat. And I do have you beat. Now listen to me. Yes, I do, because I own maybe not. Maybe I own shirtcloset.com. I think I bought that from Two Cows back in 2001.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
no.
This is my profession. This is what I do.
Right.
And what I'm telling you, I'm merely trying to help you with this and help you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
We got somewhere the last time that we talked, and you had all these fears of hacking and everything. We moved forward, and we really get somewhere. I'm asking you to do the same thing this time.
Oh, I'm not going to do the same thing, dude. They're fucking hacking me. Now.
Okay, then you need to take this up with those companies and see how they can help you with that.
I want you to remove those relays out of that header. How do you do that?
You can take this up with these companies. If you believe that these companies are hacking you, you'll have to resolve that matter with them.
Deron, how do you remove the relays in the header?
I can merely tell you that you'll have to take this up with those companies.
So when I take it up with the company and I'm going to say, hey, my GoCentral account has relays in the header, and they're going to say, why are you calling us? Why don't you call GoDaddy and see if they can get those relays out of their GoDaddy product? Well,
Yours just .png, their images .png. You're claiming that there's something that they're not. So, Sean, they're not doing anything to hurt your website. Your website is functioning properly.
My God, dude, they're stealing the
search. Let's move forward. We're going to end this call because we've been over an hour now. Let me know if you have any domains that you need help with forwarding or changing your name servers, and I'd be more than happy to help you.
Deron, I want a new rep. I've been working with you. Why? Why won't you let me have a new rep?
Because you're not going to get a new rep assigned to you. It's just not going to work that way.
Yeah, I know. I want to know the answer. Why?
Because there's nobody in this department that's going to be able to give you any other answers than what I'm giving you.
That is fucking bullshit, because I get more help from other people when I call in than you have ever helped. I've got website checker, website. Oh, thanks for telling me that, Michael. Thank you. Oh, you know what? There were two other services that Michael gave me. I have to go look at them, but they showed me how this the warnings that my sites are being redirected, and you've never done that.
About website security, which I have talked to you about before.
So, what do you do with website security on your site, since it's not FTP access? You guys take care of the security. So if we've deleted all the HTML and those relays are still in the header, what can
you want? You can custom design your websites if you want to. You could hire developers or learn how to do it yourself, and then you could have a website built like GoDaddy's.
Hey, listen, do you remember I did build them by myself on WordPress, and it didn't matter. So
you worked with an outside developer, is what you told me. You paid somebody or you hired somebody to develop these websites. You weren't developing them. And WordPress, again...
I have never told you that. I have built every one of my websites.
You did. You told me at one point that you had hired an outside development company to help you with your websites. You know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether you built them or somebody else built them.
I never told you that. So you're thinking of something. Deron, I am really concerned about my relationship with you. I'm starting not to trust you.
I built it in your account notes.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing I bought was security, and it was a service to Dude, I can't believe you're even saying this. Whatever I have in your account notes, I wouldn't trust half the things you have in your account notes because you are blocking me. You're blocking me.
To the point where you're just insulting me. So let's end this phone call here, okay?
I want a new rep, and I'm going to tell you.
Sean, you're not going to get a new rep. I hate to tell you, but you're going to get a new rep.
Why? Why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you?
Rep and myself.
All right. Well, I'm going to mention you and not accusing you of anything, but I am definitely going to mention you in this federal FTC and law enforcement report. You aren't helping me, and I'm kind of wondering why.
So you're threatening to take my
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm not getting help from GoDaddy. There's no threatening. You are not helping me. You're in denial, which makes me want to lift an eye, a serious side eye at you.
Okay, Sean, are we done with this phone call?
Oh, no, you're probably done. I'm fine. I'm going to tell you right now, you aren't helping me, and these domains, I've proven in a video, I've got several that I've worked on the last 48 hours, and it specifically shows the uniqueness. You're either covering. I have to wonder. How do these people get in? And I'm not saying you're letting them in, but I just wonder how they keep getting in. How you won't even help me remove the header. You say that's the way it's supposed to look. When I showed you cruise.vias, doesn't look that way. But I show you another one that does, and you say, doesn't look any different to me. Dude, I'm wondering about you. This is a very complicated, organized hack. And there are several players in it. There's not just one. And so I know who these people are. And if one or two more people were added to this group of people hacking and stealing my domains, the traffic, I wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody within GoDaddy. And if you aren't helping me, I'm telling you, you are not helping me. I'm asking you to remove those relays. And you won't. Those relays weren't in until I put those APIs in there. And then those guys got in to the website through the APIs and installed HTML. They got into your website. And I believe that they are hacking multiple, not just GoDaddy's, but multiple landing pages.
Then Sean, here's something that's fair. If you can show or send us proof and evidence that shows that any of those links that are on there are actually redirecting or pointing your site or directing traffic somewhere else, then we can take a look at that. But as of right now, they are doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. They're not searchable.
I think that's fair.
My domains are not searchable. That's proof.
Again, I think that's fair.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to send you I've got a 2-hour video, probably.
Well, I don't have time to watch a 2-hour video.
Well,
Again, if you can send me like hard evidence in an email saying this points to this, goes here, this is what this does, I can do that. But I can't sit here for 2 hours out of my day and watch a video that you put together.
Right. I wouldn't expect you to. Wouldn't expect you to. All right, Deron. You know what? I'm requesting a new rep.
That's not going to happen, Sean. I'm sorry.
And I want to know the reason why.
Because it's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to put somebody else on your account that's going to be able to do anything different than I can.
Oh, I
have been doing.
You haven't done much. Yeah. There's a reason why you're not going to pass me. It would be better for both of us.
I'm sorry? That didn't...
It would be better for both of us to just part ways.
Well, we're not going to do that, Sean.
I want to know why. Why?
I told you what I can help you with and what anybody in this department can help you with. changing reps is not going to change that. You've spoken with all the reps in this department that are on the platinum team. You've spoken with Amy. You've spoken with Mike. You've spoken with Mark. You've even spoken with at least a half dozen other members on the gold team here. We all have notes in here. I'm looking through all the notes, and it's all the same thing, and it's coming up with the same conclusion.
What's the conclusion?
That we're not able to find anything that you're bringing up. So we're not going to be able to do anything for this. Trust me, Sean. We want to help you. We want to work with you.
No, you don't, Deron. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not helping. The domains are not searchable.
Okay, but again, that has nothing to do with it. We're not going to talk about the search engine results. Search engine results are completely different.
Then fix the header. Get rid of those relays.
There's nothing to fix, Sean.
Then tell me why cruise.viajes, which are on the same plans, which was kind of a off the cuff.
They're not. They're two different plans.
Right. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with the header.
It could.
Find out for me.
Again, those sites.
No, I want you to find out for me. I'll hold. Find out for me.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
No. You're full of shit, dude. You fucker.
Hi, Sean. So again, these are doing nothing, and they are not a hack. If you look at them and look at the relay links that are there, and look at the actual information that comes up, all it is just resized images for different things. Like you brought up the Apple Touch. What's that for? The whatever.
What is it for? What is the Apple Touch for?
For Apple devices, for mobile devices.
Okay. All right. So let's just do this.
Oh, nope.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Why are they above the header?
That doesn't matter. They're just simply images for your website. That's all. It's your image.
Right.
Your Welcome to Fabulous Vegas, baby, Nevada. That's all it is.
Okay, so I have.
Doesn't matter whether it's above the header or not.
Darren.
I got an answer for you.
Yeah.
They are not affecting you. These are not hacks. That's something that's actually.
You're not answering my question. My question is, I'm looking at the header of cruise.viajes right now and GoDaddy's header, GoDaddy.com, and both
GoDaddy is a custom designed website.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
No, because Sean, I'm going to tell you, you can't compare a site on Website Builder to GoDaddy.com's website. They're going to look entirely different. So comparing those two and trying to point something out with GoDaddy.com versus your Website Builder website, there are going to be many, many differences.
Okay, Deron, I'm going to finish after this. I have screenshots of my sites when I originally built them before the header was hacked. Now, cruise.viajes is not, the header is normal. The header was normal on all of my sites until I installed those APIs. And then they got in and manipulated the header. Now, your header at GoDaddy.com doesn't have any of those relays above it. Cruise.viajes, which I built on GoDaddy's, doesn't have any of those relays above the header. Neither one of those sites do. But now, hotels.viajes and vegas.baby, my business site, suit.style, suit.style didn't have anything in the header for a while. And then that was one of the last to get injected with something above the header. And when you put those relays above the header, the search, the generic search is being manipulated. And they're being manipulated by those favicons that are alive, breathing SVG files. So they look like PNGs, but they're not. They got a heartbeat. And so, you're not telling me why you won't remove those relays. Or you're not giving me advice on how to handle it.
They're part of the site, Sean. Again, I just confirmed there's nothing that these are doing. These aren't hacks.
Right.
Okay? It's plain and simple. Your account, your site,
why are they above the header and the title? Even the warning.
I don't know. That's just how these work.
No, that's not how they were at first. And when these things were moved above the header.
Because we're going on an hour and a half now, okay? And we've gotten nowhere. We're going back in circles.
Well, you asked for me what?
Not hacked.
Right.
Your domains are not hacked. Your site is not hacked.
Sure.
It's working as intended, okay? And there's nothing that needs to be changed or needs to be done. Okay? So again, let me help you with the things that I can help you with. Okay? That is, again, if you have sites that you need to, or domains that you need to forward, let me know. I can help you with that. I know you said that you know how to do it, but I can do it in bulk, maybe a little bit faster. If you have name servers you need to update with your domain names, I can certainly help you with that as well. I'd be more than happy to help you with that.
Deron?
Sir?
I want those relays removed. That's what the help is. I know how to.
That's not going to do anything, Sean. Those relays are not doing. Those links that are there are not doing anything to your website.
Yep. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So all calls are recorded, right? So make sure that somebody else.
All right, Sean. So if there's anything else that I can help you out with, as I mentioned to you, let me know. I want to help you out with those things.
Why won't you do what I asked? Remove the relays.
If there's anything, like I mentioned to you, if you have any help that you need with those things, let me know, and I'll help you out with them, okay?
I need a new rep, and I want you to help me with that. and
You're not going to get a new rep. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you
yeah.
You're not going to get a new rep because they're not going to be able to do anything different than I can do.
All right. Okay. You haven't done much. That's what I'm telling you. But
well, I mean, I'm not going to get into that. That's just, picking an argument that we don't need to have. So, and I'm not going to have an argument about that. Again, I'm offering to help you.
Yeah, and I'm showing you.
Allow me to help you or not.
All right.
Okay.
You're asking me to do something that's easy to do.
I can help you with.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I know how to point a domain somewhere. I know how to change the name servers.
Okay.
I'm asking you to get rid of those relays.
Okay. Well.
And you're not going to do it.
If you want to get rid of those relays, you can change platforms if you want. You can develop the website from ground up if you'd like.
We've done that for the first year. Remember, we kept getting in. Remember the cPanel? I can't believe you don't remember the cPanel.
Yeah, I do remember. I remember you had hosting.
All right. Okay. All right. Deron? I'm disappointed in you. So that's fine. Hey, you know what? You are who you are. You're not addressing the issue here, and the issue is that I believe the landing pages, and not just GoDaddy's, but they're getting in through those landing pages. Everybody that has those unique links with Expedia have unique landing pages.
Let's not go back into the Google searches coming up with those unique landing pages for other people's websites.
No, I'm talking about mine.
That has no bearing on your website. Okay?
Right. Okay. Right. All right. Deron?
Okay. So are we finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. There's nothing else here.
Okay, Sean.
Okay, goodbye.
All right.
Motherfucker. Luke, this is Sean Chalfin, and I have issues with my websites.
All right, and let me get your customer number.
1311-3442.
And your PIN.
1500.
I'm sorry, did you say 1500 or 1600?
1500.
And I'll send you a code to your mobile device.
$92.32.20.
Okay, and you said you're having issues with your website?
Yeah, all of them. So,
all of them.
Yeah, there is a redirect in the header of every one of my websites. It's a hack. And Deron will not help me with this. He says my sites are not hacked. And he won't even go into it. So I have been on, it was 8:30 this morning when I started working on this, and I'm still working on it, but I've been working on it for 2 years. And I've been calling Deron for 2 years and telling him, you can't discover my websites or domains because they're being redirected. Now,
Go ahead.
Now, this morning, I know that they're being redirected because of these favicons, or there's an image, there's a SVG file in the header. And that SVG file redirects the search. And I know exactly what's going on here. And so what I would like you to do is, here is the first time I have now used a GoDaddy product to discover a hack in the header. Now, I've been using third-party products, or you could just see it online. Then I'm getting hacked. However, your website builder discovered this hack. And I think Deron should be fired. I think he should. I do not want to work with him anymore. In fact, I've reported him to the FBI and the Secret Service and the Federal Trade Commission. So I refuse to speak to him going forward, and I hope this call is recorded. So I'm going to show you.
An example of one of the sites that's
Yes.
compromised?
Yes.
On the website builder services that you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're
just one example.
One example. Suit.style.
Okay, I see that one here. Give me a minute to pull it up. All right, now tell me what it is you're seeing on this site that's showing you the redirect.
Okay. Did you pull the site up at first, by the way? Did you looking at it?
Yeah, I did. It's HTTPS, which means you got an SSL on it, and it's suit.style.
I forgot to tell you something. Right. Okay. Okay. Did you see it turn gray there for a second? You did it?
No, it loaded like a regular web page for me.
I know it did, but it's a very quick gray. That's fine. Though they started turning gray right when they load. Now you've already loaded it. It's not going to turn gray until you close out your browser and load it up again, and it will.
I can load it in Firefox. Let's see what happens.
Watch it turn gray for a split second. The header image.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So I did see that, and that typically indicates that there is it's just loading the image.
Okay.
You've got a big image in the background there.
Yeah. Right. But none of my sites did that until these SVG files were installed. So now I know that header image is possibly hacked. However, that's not going to prove what I'm telling you. So inspect the element, please. Inspect the element. Right click on. Yeah, just inspect the go to the web page face and put the cursor on the face of the web page and right click on it.
Right.
And go to the header.
Okay.
Now, those relay links right there are preventing my site from being discovered. Now, they weren't there when I first built the sites. It takes 3 or 4 or 5 days for these guys to catch up to me, and then they hack them because they have crawlers out there looking for these. They know my website domains. Now,
can you? So I've got a couple ideas on how to proceed here, but I'm going to need a couple of quick questions for you. So I inspected the element of the image. Was that the right thing, or do I need to inspect?
It will be that. It will be that same. It'll be the same thing no matter where you are on the site. Just right click anywhere on the site.
Yep. So I went to the very top. It says HTML style. Right under that is head.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and lower that. Turn that. Click on that little gray arrow.
Yep. So it's got img1.wsimg.
Right. All those are relay links. Now go down to where they stop, please, Luke. And
right,
you'll.
yeah,
Okay, and so it says title, four lines down. Meta, and title. So, Black Scorpion, custom clothing, suits, shirts, whatever. There's the title. Now, I want you to know that I was able to search optimize every one of my sites until these favicons get installed. Now, then I run into problems. So now let's go to website. Now you see that title. So I want you to know what I'm referring to. There is the title. Black Scorpion Custom Clothing - Custom Suits Custom Shirts. All right.
Sure.
Now let's go to the website builder. Please.
Okay, just a moment.
I gotta go to them. But
You want me to launch the
yes.
store?
Yeah. Site administration where you can search optimize your site. wherever that is in that little box there, where it's, you're going to search optimize each page.
SEO overview.
As long as I've got to get there. As long as you're able to search optimize each page.
Okay.
Now we want to go through the first process and optimize the front page, the header page.
Which it says it's done.
Well, I know, but I went through. I know it was. I did it multiple times when I built the site.
Sure. So what am I looking at now?
We're going to redo it because these favicons have been installed later on. So
And you didn't put the favicons in?
No, I haven't done any of that stuff. But let's just go through and redo it. And now you're going to see GoDaddy's website builder discover a hack.
Okay, so what am I doing?
You're going to, let's go, just click. We're going to re-optimize the front page. We'll just go through the...
Hit redo?
Yes, redo. And just, I've done it, so we're going to go through and redo it. I'm going to catch up here to you. And so just go through it, and then when you get to that, create a title for the page, do Black Scorpion hyphen custom suits and custom shirts or something like that. The one that...
What phrase best describes this page? Men's suits, custom suits, or custom shirts?
Custom suits. Custom suits.
Okay.
And then the next window will be pick a title, I think.
Okay.
So I think it's the first one, Black Scorpion custom clothing, then custom whatever that one is. What is the first one?
Right. Black Scorpion custom clothing, custom suits, custom shirts.
That's your title. And then I showed you that title when we right-clicked, and all those relays were in front of it, okay? Now,
okay. You hit next on this?
Next.
Page description?
What's it say?
It's already got one in there.
Okay, move forward, yep.
No title or headline found. Unable to optimize your site because there's no title or headline.
There you go. Now your site, that's the first time I've seen this error. Now, I'm so pissed right now. So, now Deron won't do this, but there is a service called Website Checker Pro. And Website Checker Pro, which another GoDaddy Premier Services rep gave me the lead to, I would have never found it. He said, why don't you go in there and it'll describe what's going on your site. Okay, well, I went to there, and I've been telling Deron about this site for a while, and he won't go to it. But you don't have to go to it either. But your site, website builder, just discovered that I don't have a title picked. Now, you see a title for my page. I showed it to you. And the reason that error just popped up is because my site is being stolen. The search is being stolen. You cannot search my sites. None of them.
Now who's stealing it?
Oh, Chris Ishmael and Ross Weber. Ross Weber at ClickTripZ, and they are affiliated with Expedia. I am being attacked by Expedia.
Okay, so I've got a couple of options for us on how to move forward with this. And I think we have a couple of things we need to do before we can continue researching this. You've showed me exactly where the dilemma lies on the GoDaddy side. So what I need to do is I need to get our best website builder technician to look at that and go in and figure out where that's coming from. Because Deron's a lot smarter than me when it comes to this kind of thing. But the only person higher than him that can look at this is a website developer that built the program. So I need to get them a ticket with all the details of what you've just given me, and they'll have to research it for us and tell us why that's going on. If there is a compromise, if there is a hack, that person will be able to find it.
Okay, it is an okay, 1 second. I know exactly what photo it is because this website checker tells me what it is. It is.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yep, that's fine. Our website technician built the program. They'll know exactly what's going on. They'll be able to fix this for us.
You know what?
I'm not.
I have Deron, and he knew I was recording him. I have him recorded saying the opposite of what you just said. I said, don't you have somebody who designed this program that can figure this out? No, we have no way of getting in touch with him.
Right.
Yes.
So let me go ahead and see what I can do. I'll send them a ticket with all the details of what you've just described. Now here's the other side of this. Okay. You're telling me that you know specifically that there's a couple of individuals
targeting me.
After you.
Targeting me.
Right. Right. So
it's not a couple. It's not a couple. It is a large organization.
That's fine. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to take some outside action on this. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't give you legal advice, but I'd recommend that you hire a freelance security expert to get in and look at some of this stuff that you're seeing. And then with the data that you come up with the security expert, either legally confront those people that you think are hacking you or get some proof against them. You're going to have to do all of that outside of GoDaddy. If what you're saying is true, we can try to help you fix whatever is wrong with the website builder, but we're not going to be able to help you with any of that other aspect. So I think your next step needs to be to contact someone, a security expert, like a freelance expert that does website security, that can help you look at some of this and compile some actual data, some facts, compile some evidence about what's going on. We can look at the code. We can figure out if what you're saying is true, if you're being compromised, if the images are being loaded. We can look at that and we can try to help you fix it. But for this to really get solved, you're going to have to go to an outside agency, potentially a security lawyer, potentially a freelance security expert, and you're going to have to pursue the individuals involved outside of what GoDaddy can do. That's going to be your best solution here, because it sounds like you know who the culprits are. So what you've got to do is you've got to build up some evidence, and you've got to be able to go after them. I'm not a lawyer. I'm also not a security expert, so I don't really have any advice on where to find that. But you can go to freelance services websites, and you can find someone that you can pay to go in and help you look at some of this stuff, and they can determine where the hack is coming from and how to catch the culprits. So that would be my recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Well,
so let me get this ticket created.
Yeah.
We'll get you some more information about what you're talking about.
Then
once we get back to you, we'll be able to proceed to the next step on the GoDaddy side.
Right. Again, they're called rendering blocking JavaScripts.
Okay, and that's fine. You don't need to tell me that because that's above my pay grade. I need to get this ticket up to a technician that can look at it, and they'll be able to sort it out for us on the GoDaddy side. I think your number one priority, however, is to find a third-party security agency or legal advice on how to proceed with the rest of it.
Right.
Because that's going to be your ultimate solution. We might be able to fix whatever's happening with the favicon, but it's going to come right back until you take some outside action. So I would recommend that you immediately find someone that you can talk to that will give you a consultation about how to address this situation. We don't offer those kinds of services, otherwise I'd try to sell it to you. So that would be your next step. So let me get this ticket created. You've given me plenty of information. I'll send it up. Typically, you can expect a 24 to 48-hour turnaround time as they investigate this process.
The only website I have that doesn't have this on it is cruise.viajes.
Okay. So I'm going to use this one that you've given me, suit.style, as the example.
Uh-huh.
I'll say that it's happening on all of your other sites except cruise.viaje. And then that way they can, if it's the same problem, we can apply a bulk fix across the board. Otherwise, they'll give us more info. Right now, there's a lot of unknown. We're going to have to get somebody involved that can do this. And so let's get that done. Let's go ahead and end this call. You get on your step of trying to find some outside help to help you deal with the bigger issue. Because right now I'm putting a Band-Aid on the symptom. You've got to be able to solve it, and the way you do that is you get an outside security expert to help you trace down the people involved.
Well, I'm going to tell you one of them is in your building. So, so, uh, and I'm asking, I've got law enforcement onto this. They're listening to me now. So,
Okay. So let's go ahead and proceed with that. I'll do what I can on the GoDaddy side. You do your part outside of GoDaddy, and we'll get back to you as soon as we've got you an answer on what's going on here.
I want you to know, I've asked Deron to do this multiple times, and he's C-blocked me every time. He has C-blocked this process every single time.
Well, like I said, I'll do what I can. At GoDaddy, there's going to be a limited amount of that we can do. The responsibility really now falls on you to take some outside effort to catch people who are doing this.
Well,
So I'll do the GoDaddy side.
Mm-hmm.
You do your part. We'll meet up when we've got some more information.
Okay. Are you gonna...
Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck is that? you're going to find that Deron's involved in this. I fucking turned him into the Secret Service. He's fucking in on this. He's fucking in on this. It didn't start doing that until it was... Oh. Where the fuck do I have Twitter? Darren, do you know I'm gonna fucking sue the hell out of you? Personally.